Hello everyone. Today, this episode, I'd like to make a summary on this topic about drugs. Well, I know that you already heard me talk about this a lot. Well, me myself, I'd like to, as soon as possible, back to the topic of philosophy as well. But as you already know that for me, this is necessary to discuss about this topic. Even it's very sensitive, it's controversial, but to me, it's necessary. First of all, I'd like to say the channel I make is not in order to cater to others' viewpoint. So I know that people have different viewpoints, and that's fine. Everyone can express theirs. If we disagree on something, that's okay. But at least I am brave enough to say how I think about it, just like other people are brave to say how they think about it. And it's absolutely fine that we need this courage and we need to be confident about these things. But essentially, if the information is correct or not, if it makes sense or not, we need to use our own judgment and gathering data and information to make the rational conclusion. I think this is, at least we can get somehow to get the mutual understanding here. And the second thing is, as I said again, this channel is not to make money. So in that case, I'm not going to for some kind of self-benefits, or I want to have more subscribers, or I want to earn money somehow. So I have to say the words that I don't mean to say, or I don't want to say it, but I have to say it for money. So I wouldn't do such thing. So it to me is a relief, and this is how I am. So yeah, I feel great about it. So please don't criticize me that I want to speak how I feel directly. So I made 5 episodes regarding the topic of drugs. The first episode, I discussed persuasion phenomenon. So what is persuasion phenomenon? Is that is already so common and popular in nowadays society. You'll find people trying to persuade you to do something they think is not harmful, they think is okay. So including using drugs and including psychedelics. So I discussed this topic in the first episode, and I want to say 2 points to the people who curious about drugs and to the people who trying to persuade others to use drug. The first thing I want to speak to the people who curious about drugs is that we need to understand a fact. For people who trying to persuade you to use drugs, it's not because they want to do you benefits, right? It's not like that. The reason why they trying to persuade you to do such thing is because they're trying to seeking for confirmation. They want to prove to themselves, you say, other people also can do it, I do it, what I do is okay. What I did is not harmful, is not dangerous. So as much as people I can persuade them to do this, it proves my point that this way is okay. So unfortunately, this is the psychology behind it. They might not even realize it, but they know, deep inside, they know that this is a very risky behavior. But if there are more people do this, they will feel fine about it. If this action can be normalized, can be popular or romanticized, then they will feel much better and relaxed to do such thing. But essentially, that's gonna cause harm to others. So the second message I want to speak to, I want to talk to the persuader is, I don't think they are mean people or bad people, but I want to say to the people, they consider psychedelics or drugs are the way to get close to truth. Please, that we need to confront a fact that is experience or your state of mind is not the path for you to get to the truth. Because our state of mind, they are constantly changing. They are like waves. They are like waves always changing and manifest in different shapes, different forms. So right now you think in this way, another moment you think in that way. So these things are not, it's not something still. It's something constantly changing. If you consider you can attach to some kind of state of mind, and this state of mind can lead you to truth, then I'm sorry, my friend, that is not the path. Oh, you will say, okay, I think it's this path, you think that path, is fine. We don't agree with each other, so everything is fine. You essentially go to the same ocean. But unfortunately, relativism has its limitation in something that we can consider different angle, we can be more understanding, but in something that we cannot say that every way is okay, every path is fine. That's just like, it's more like finding excuses, to be honest. For behavior, for action like taking drugs itself, it's not the path to choose. Because state of mind, no matter how you feel right now, it's not gonna last forever. It's not gonna be. So the only way that we can, participate in the truth, because we are really part of the truth. If you want to participate in the truth, then you have to also participate and take your responsibility of your effect. So when you persuade people to take drugs, there will be effect on them. So imagine how many people of them, because of your suggestion, eventually go to the way that you cannot be responsible of. Actually, any of them you cannot be really responsible of. And eventually, if something happened to them, you will just say, oh, I just suggest, and they feel it's fine, so it's not my responsibility. But is that okay? Please consider that. So this is the first episode I made, is talking about this. And the second episode I made is discussing my experience of addiction. So I'm just like a lot of people. I also had my experience of addiction. I used to addicted to gaming, to shopping, and browsing TikTok, like short videos. Yeah, I was there. I've been there. So I want to share my experience with others. Even though they are different field, right? This is gaming, that is drug, might be different, but the function is quite similar. So of course, why I do that? Because I'm looking for some type of escapism. Because the world is full of pressure, sometimes things doesn't go the way that we want it to be. So at time like this, we feel pressure, we want to escape somewhere, like in an island or somewhere like only peaceful and beautiful things exist. So people, they choose to playing game, and game is in the world, everything is colorful, everything is great, and whatever you do there, you can instantly get the reward. Not like in real life, sometimes you try hard, you work hard, but you don't really get the result you want. So this is for gaming and for shopping as well. It just gives you this sense of satisfaction in short term, but it's so intense that change your mindset actually. It literally change our brain to make us get used to it. So we start to develop the habitual behavior because our brain is telling us this is what we need, this is what we're craving. Without this, we wouldn't feel satisfied, we wouldn't feel happy. So this is how addiction built up. No matter it's for gaming or drug or anything like this. So people will say, oh, so what's your suggestion? Are you being like extremist? You're just suggesting no gaming or no shopping, and how can that work out? Essentially, just don't even eat food. That's too extreme. I'm not suggesting that. I think there is a bottom line here. The bottom line is that you do something that at least you can keep a healthy relationship. Relationship with who? Relationship with yourself, with others, and with the world. And you know, when we compare to these things, that drugs really damage the relationship, you and yourself, first of all. Because how can a person's behavior is out of control still have a healthy relationship of themselves, right? This addiction, this craving for drugs is constantly in the mind. How could this be a healthy relationship with self? And with others as well. If you take drug and you will care, you have lesser time to taking care of others, to be responsible for others, to commit with others, because this drug just change your mindset. And also people might keep distance with you unless they are also drug addicts. And also the relationship with the world. The relationship with the world, because that you just want to take drug, you think the word that this drug is something you're counting on, then You might just lock yourself in a little environment that you don't even want to go out to experience the world, to participate in the world. So that is why addiction, it is damaging and destroying our relationship in real life. And in the third episode, I discussed the controversy on drugs, including psychedelics. Because a lot of people, they say, okay, those harmful drugs, like deadly drugs, that's of course we shouldn't accept, but psychedelics is okay, and this kind of things. To trying to persuade people to suggesting that psychedelics is fine. And then I give the data, give a lot of analyzing there. If you're interested, please have a look in the episode 3, that including what is the danger and how much it actually can damage individual and your relationship with family, with your friends, and the relationship with the society. So if you are interested, please have a look. It's quite important because we got to give the data, give the facts, so people will find it makes sense. Otherwise, it's just empty talk, right? And in the 4th episode, I discussed the upgrade chain of drug, about how drugs step by step destroyed your life. And also people constantly, they would upgrading on the dosage or the type of drugs. And all of this happened with time. And if we just forget about time and we just say, okay, right now is all fine, right now everything seems okay with me or with a friend, so that's it. That proves that taking psychedelics, taking drugs are okay. Then we're wrong, because we forgot that time is important. We need to consider how time slowly changes the situation for people like that. And I used a metaphor of boiling the frog in warm water. Well, I think you are already familiar with this analogy. So yes, it's exactly like this. And we can find something similar, like for example, a person like to eat sweets. Maybe when this person is young, it doesn't show gaining weight and health problem, but with time and then slowly you will see the result. And alcohol as well. So any addiction like this, with sugar, with high calorie food, or with alcohol, with cigarette, with drugs, it's all the same way. How they destroy our life is with time. It's not instantly, because if they can take your life, they can destroy your life instantly. Of course you will stay distance with them. But unfortunately, they are not. That's why they are tricky. That's why they are so tempting. And we have to deal with them and realize them. If we don't even realize them, then we will never take the action, isn't it? And in the last episode, I discussed the drug industry chain, which is is really bloody, and you can see the repression, you can see violence, you can see a lot of harm and chaos behind it. So it's just if people, they can discuss with you about their personal experience is valid, is important for them, is even spiritual, then it's very straightforward. If your spirituality, as you said, is based on a bloody industry like this that causes so much harm and chaos for the society, for the world, and for yourself and for your people around you, right? Especially this industry itself is already, you cannot justify it. Then how can you even call it spiritual, right? If I suggest that my spirituality, my understanding of spirituality is based on harming others, how would you think about that? Will you consider me as a person actually spiritual, or it is just completely the opposite, right? So this is the evidence. This is the evidence that people cannot ignore. But most of the time, people ignore because why? Because people are generally, they might be selfish. They only care about how they feel, how they think about it, how much they enjoy it. They don't care about this industry harming others. They don't care about the potential damage it can bring to the society. And this is why that we need to We need to enhance our understanding of morality. And this morality is such an important topic, even though a lot of people, they will feel like, if you want to talk about something, then you just leave morality alone. Let's discuss this matter itself. But my friend, can you even just think about it? How many times, because we're only discussing something we think important and forget and ignore morality, eventually create a lot of tragedy in this world. About science is like this, about philosophy is like this, right? When people completely ignored morality, they just take the point of, take the stance of relativism. They think, everything is just relative and there is no such thing as morality. It's just people made it up, people's imagination. And I would say that the reason why you think so is because you made it up. You imagine that morality is not something important. It's not even a real thing. That's why you can justify to do anything you want. That essentially is selfish. It's just being selfish that a lot of people, they, instead of thinking and consider about other people's well-being, about their own health, they're just seeking for very temporary pleasure or something essentially can damage other people. And that is something not acceptable. It's just not acceptable. I mean, on a lot of topics, I'm quite flexible, and I like to hear both sides of story. I'd like to consider different angles about things. But why about drugs? I wouldn't compromise. I wouldn't. Why? Because we need to have a bottom line thinking. What is bottom line thinking? Is that there are certain things that you just cannot cross. If you cross it, then it's a big matter. It's a big deal. It's a big problem. That means you don't even have morality anymore. So things like that, you cannot say, oh, let it go, let it flow, let it be whatever it is. It's just like on the street, if you say somebody is abusing another, you have to do something about it. You cannot say just let it go, just let it be, that's their karma. No, you have to do something about it. This is just the bottom line thinking. But another thing is, what is morality? Morality, is it something the law gave us? Is it something that somebody tells us, you have to do this, you have to do that, otherwise it's not moral? No, morality is the natural consequences of our understanding of relational non-duality, basically. That everything is connected, everything is interconnected. Whatever you do, there will always be butterfly effect, affecting yourself and others and the world. It's just sometimes if you affect others a little bit less, sometimes affect them more, but there will always be consequences. And because of these consequences, we have to be responsible. We have to be responsible and carefully make our judgments, to say things and to take actions. So this is about morality. It's not somebody force you to do so. It's because you understand the reality. We are one, we are many, and we are relational, connected. So in that sense, then you have to take care of yourself and take care of others, at least as much as possible, in things that is under your control, that you can actually do something about it. If we don't want to talk about politics, which is too far away, there is nothing we can do about it. But on these things, you really can do, because you have free will. You can choose to say something and not say something. You can choose to not take an action, like out of curiosity, try drugs. For things like this is free will. One last thing about this topic of spirituality, I want to say this once again, because some people, they suggest that psychedelics or some kind of drugs, they can help, they can benefit, they can be beneficial to the spiritual practice. But I want to say it's opposite. It's really the opposite. Think about it. What's the goal of spirituality? Is to gain freedom, is free from suffering. The suffering that because of our attachment, because of our crave for pleasure, crave for this or that we're out of control, and essentially we suffer, right? So spirituality is about gaining, or just reclaim your initial free will, that you can actually handle these things. But what is drug? Drug is that is just to give you this boost that essentially make you rely on it. If a person rely on it, how can this person build his tolerance, his resistance? And things like this, only time and real life experience can help to build, not some kind of boost or your enhancement. Those kind of thing is just like what? It's just like a camera beauty face filter. It gave you such a huge enhance that it's just not even real. And when you remove it, you will see the true self is not the same, isn't it? So that is why that we need to be honest about this topic. If you want to pursue spiritual practice, you want to walk on the path of serious spiritual practice, then it's not just about drugs. You also need to stay away from alcohol, from cigarette, from a lot of things like this that can have stimulate effect to give you a lot of boost, because things like this will only make you rely on them. If you rely on them, that where is your free will? You are not even counting on yourself. Then another thing is about the ancient tradition about taking psychedelics, because people often say, oh, okay, in ancient India, people also have the tradition to take alcohol. In other culture, is some kind of drugs or something to make people have a spiritual experience. I want to say one thing is that don't forget, in ancient time we also have a caste system, and there are a lot of people repressed because they were slaves. So things like this, how can we justify this? Now we clearly know that that's something we have to abandon because we have to move forward. So I think it is good, it's important that we should really released by this attachment, this dream about some kind of ancient culture that's just perfect, is absolute, is like flawless, because there is no such thing. There are a lot of things that proven was inhuman, the things that is unhealthy, the things that we should move on, and we should move on. So in this case, please stop justified for one kind of culture like it's just the best, because any kind of culture, they have its own flaw. But this is why we need to move forward, move on from it. So after I talk all of this topic, I hope all of you would understand where I stand. I have zero tolerance to drug, and I'm just being honest as much as possible about this topic, that I don't want to rediscuss this again, because obviously it's not a pleasant topic, right? I have to dig out a lot of information about drugs and see how bloody this industry it is, see a lot of data. And actually, because I live in Scotland, and Scotland is one of the place that is under high risk of drugs. There are like a lot of cases of suicide and mental issues are related to drugs, including psychedelics. And you know that there are places that they suggest that drug can be legal, and those are places that you don't want to go. You don't want to live there. If you live there, even if you just drive car passing by there, you will be careful because you might get robbed or even get killed. So this is very, it's so obvious, isn't it? It's so obvious that if you want to justify these things, then I'm sorry, I think you got to rethink about morality a little bit. And morality is not something fake. Morality is something that built on our mutual care and from our understanding of the reality. We are relational, non-duality. So we got to care. If you just forget about everything like this, then you cannot say that you can fulfill your life, because your fulfillment of life, it includes participate in life and do something right and reduce the harm to others. Try your best to reduce the harm for others. So I guess that's it. Next time I will back to the topic of relational non-duality. If I may, I would really like to ask you to spread this information. What I said here is just very simple, very simple. Everyone could easily understand. Even I can describe with my English like this. So I hope that if something makes sense to you, you can spread this, reminding to others. So this is how we actually can make differences. Somebody would just, because what you said, they will be more careful about their decision, and that is already something great. And I wish a world that we can be more responsible for our action. And thank you for that. I will see you in the next episode.